Major funding for Odyssey was provided by the National Endowment for the Humanities. Additional funding was provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and the Polaroid Corporation.
There are all kinds of mothers-in-law. A real mother-in-law treats her daughters-in-law like her own daughters. When our sons marry, the daughters-in-law come and live here in this house. Our daughters, they marry and move away. A good mother-in-law manages the whole household and treats everybody the same. Without a mother-in-law, there's no order in the house, and the family doesn't stay together. Today, the times are such that in front of her husband's mother, her husband's father, in front of his elder brother, his younger brother, in front of everybody, a woman leaves her face unveiled. And wives eat with their husbands. In my day, we served them and hid ourselves away. And nowadays, married women, these daughters-in-law, listen only to their husbands. They won't listen to anyone else. We couldn't do that. When our men came in, our husbands, we'd do like this. And we wouldn't say a word. If our mother-in-law complained to her son, your wife doesn't do such and such, then we'd be beaten. They'd beat us and they'd say, why didn't you do what she said? Why were you rude to my mother? Times have changed. I know one must move with it. But one shouldn't forget old loves or ignore new ways.
This is a film about a family and the different roles women play throughout their lives. Daughter, mother, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, sister, wife. Dadi and her family live in a village of 500 families in the state of Haryana in North India. Dadi means grandmother. More importantly, Dadi is the Saas, the mother-in-law. She's the manager of a household which includes her husband, 3 grown sons, 2 daughters-in-law, and 7 children. When Dadi says the family, she means the male lineage, with all their wives and children living as one economic unit, with everyone's income managed by the oldest couple. So far, her family has remained close to this ideal. Dadi's family may not remain together. It's threatened both by the possibility that one of her sons will break away and establish his own household, and by the daily pressures of different people living and working together.
When I was a new bride, I felt like running away. I'd think, don't stay here, go home. That's how I felt. But after my son was born, I had a change of heart. This became my home. Now everything that's important to me is here. In the family, everyone works together. The mother and father-in-law, they make decisions for the whole family. We don't have to worry. But if my husband and I left the family to set up our own household, I'd have to do all the work in the fields and all the work in the house. There are benefits in staying together. My husband wants an office job and his family home. He doesn't want to live outside the village. He'd miss his children. He'd miss his father. He'd miss his mother. You can't have both. You have to choose.
We have 3 children. Not too many. I only wanted 2 sons. But my husband wouldn't listen. He was set on having a daughter. He said, when your sons bring home their wives, you'll feel they've come easily. But if you've given a daughter away in marriage, you'll appreciate your daughters-in-law. As a mother-in-law, you'll think of your own daughter at her in-laws, and then treat your sons' wives like they were your daughters. I'd have stopped after 2 sons, but he wanted a daughter. See how wise my husband is? Everything has changed for a woman at her in-laws. Years ago, women were afraid of their mothers-in-law. They did whatever she told them to do. Now, it's your husband's word that counts. Nobody listens to their mothers-in-law anymore. In Dadi's time, it wasn't like that. She was dominated by others. Women of her generation were afraid of their mothers-in-law, of their sisters-in-law, afraid of their men. We aren't afraid. If we don't agree with our husbands, we can say so. If my husband does something wrong, if he doesn't listen to me, I can criticize him. He accepts it. In Dadi's time, husbands never listened. When I ask my husband to do something, he'll do it. That's what our times are like now. The world has changed.
I have 3 sons and 30 acres of land.